Good morning. I guess it might not be morning when you're watching this, but that's all right. I wanted to share with you a new series of guitars that we just got in. It's a shipment I've been really looking forward to. Recording King is one of the brands that we carry along with Lore, and one of the great things they do is they reproduce those classic body styles that have been kind of iconic guitars from the past, but they do it in an affordable manner. And so if you've always wanted, say, a 1936 L50 or L5 Gibson, but can't afford the several thousands of dollars that it takes to get one of those, you can buy one of the new Recording Kings, or I'm sorry, one of the new Lore versions of that. It's made to the exact same specifications, nitrocellulose lacquer, all those good things, and has great tone, and only costs you about $1,000, so very many dollars less. One of the classic guitars in history are the old Stella guitars, and these were a very inexpensive guitar that you would buy at a discount store. I don't remember if it was Sears and Roebuck or Montgomery Ward's that you got those from. They did have a pretty distinctive tone. The construction and quality of them was pretty questionable. But that distinctive tone was kind of a unique thing. And if you're a fan of the old Robert Johnson recordings, most of those are believed to have been recorded on a Stella. And they had questionable tone woods. I think it was just called whitewood. And the fingerboard was a hardwood, I think maple, that was dyed black to kind of look like ebony. No truss rod. Usually if you find a classic Stella today, it's usually not playable. They warp pretty badly, if left unattended, and they were cheap, so people didn't really take care of them all that well. But what Recording King has done is they've taken a lot of those design elements of the Stella, but they've upgraded it by a long shot. So they call this the Dirty Thirties series, and you can see them right behind me. They've got the beautiful, pretty cheap, but still pretty stunning sunburst that Stella used to do, but it's done on a solid spruce top. Real rosewood fingerboard, rosewood bridge, bone, true bone, not synthetic, bone saddle or bone bridge and nut. Nice little classic tuners on it. Large dot, which that was another feature of the old Stellas, very large dot inlays. And the cool thing, they did the same bracing design, but they did go ahead and scallop the braces. And so it lends it a lot of that same tone that was classic for those old Stellas, but it's actually made it a good guitar. Three body styles here. We'll start with the Dreadnought. And you can see it's got the same finish as those old Stellas. So the Dreadnought, I have to say, I don't know how well this microphone's picking things up. It's a really great tone. When I pulled out this Dreadnought, it's not the one I was actually looking the most forward to. I was really looking forward to that little auditorium, but this Dreadnought just stunned me when I took it out of the box. It's got a great even tone, nice lows, good highs, has this kind of breakup thing that it does when you really hammer on it. Just a really nice, warm sounding guitar. I can't say enough about it. It's got a warmth and a lot of depth that you wouldn't expect for a guitar in this price range. We'll get to the price here in a minute. Good old classic Dreadnought. Hard to go wrong with the Dread. One of my favorite body styles is a triple-aught body style. And it's generally a little bit thinner, a little bit narrower. Has a little more, and this is a generalization, usually has a little more of a mid-range punch to it. And this one's no exception. Nice finger style. Just a really nice balanced guitar. And then we get to the classic. Now, if you've got any pictures of Robert Johnson, this is, if you want to do your Robert Johnson impersonation, this is the guy here. This is a little auditorium, and most of those old pictures you see of Robert Johnson have this size of a guitar in the picture. And it's got that same punch that you hear on those recordings. It's a real punchy tone when you're plucking it hard and doing some of those things. Of course, the best way to sound like Robert Johnson is to be able to play like Robert Johnson. But anyway, that's another video, I guess. I love this little guitar, actually. And, you know, as a side note, The travel guitars. Taylor has one. It's quite a bit of money. Takamine had one for a little while. Quite a bit of money. This actually would make a great travel size guitar. And one of the great things that they did on this that a lot of the little auditorium sizes didn't do is it still kept a full length scale. And so it's I believe 25 1/4 inch scale. And so you don't feel cramped on it like you do on some of the travel guitars, which use a shorter scale as well. What they've done is they moved the bridge further down the body and kept the same scale length. This one connects at the 12th fret. The other two connect at the 14th fret, which is more what we're used to on full-size guitars. Great tone. And here's the best part about all these. Solid top guitar, right at $200. To me, it's just incredible. When I first started, when I first started with Lou full-time, I bought my first high-end guitar, and it was a Takamine. It was one of the Made in Japan Pro Series, and it was a laminated top, and it cost me $1,100. So it's just amazing how things have gone as far as being able to get a solid top for around $200 that has a great tone too. It's not just a bunch of slabs of wood put together. Yeah, it's solid, blah blah blah. They actually paid attention to the tone on these things, and really great little guitars. So come on down and check them out if you're a kind of an old-timey music nut, or even if you're just wanting a good knockabout guitar. $200, solid top, great tone, really hard to beat for $200. Even if you're not an old-timey guy like me. But if you want to get your Robert Johnson on, this is your cat right here. Dreadnought, I just can't say enough about how warm that tone is for the money. And my personal favorite body style, the little triple aught there. Lots of mid-range punch if you're a finger-style guitarist. Just nice stuff. So come on down and check them out. It's at Lou Krause Music right here in beautiful downtown Ogallala. And make sure and like us on Facebook. And give us a call, 308-284-8384. Check out the website at www.loukrausemusic.com. So until next time, keep playing.
She must be in Ethiopia somewhere.